No!
Oh.
Okay, understood.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some F1 Manager 2022 Season 2. We've had... It's been... Listen, we're slowly getting back, okay? I say slowly, we've had one good race, but... that. So Monaco was rough. I hated that. I hated it so much. I did hate that track. I don't mind watching it in real life, but like playing it, knowing how the drivers don't even like it because you can't overtake in real life, it was awful. Okay, we got robbed. And then we had, what did we have? Let me look at the circuits here. So we had the Monaco, and then Azerbaijan wasn't too awful, but then we came back in the Canadian Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. And now here we are going into Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, the home of F1, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in first and second, which is good because Russell did drop down a little bit because of obviously, I think he came like 9th and Verstappen came second, but Verstappen last race was disqualified. Well, not disqualified, he DNF. His car was... So he was out. But if you look at the teams, we are miles ahead. We are 130 points ahead of Red Bull Racing, so we're solid there. Lando and George Russell got a pretty decent lead here as well for the drivers. And obviously, if we look at our calendar here, we have a break this weekend, and then here we get our new wing, which is it's not a great wing, but then we're going to start designing a new item. I'm not sure what it is yet, but we'll do that here together. And then we go on to Silverstone. And then the facility is going to be refurbished too. I wish maybe we'll wait until we design, until after the facility's been refurbished, because that'll give us a boost in, in the design. One of the things that someone mentioned a couple of days ago is, like, hey Jay, I notice when you go through and look at the attributes of your drivers, right, if we get any development points, you always look at the drivers, you always look at the staff, but you never look at the pit crew. And to be completely honest with you, I forgot. I literally just forgot. So we're going to look at this now, and I can't even remember what it's all about. Like, I remember looking at it like once, and then I haven't been back to it. So let's have a little cheeky look at it real quick. So, okay. Training focus. Wing adjustment. I don't remember doing this. I don't remember. So performance ratings increased by training throughout each season. A training focus guides which ratings will improve. So wing adjustment. Your pit crew's performance will increase throughout the season based on the training. You can instruct your pit crew to focus on training one task to boost their performance in that task. This can come at a cost of performance on other tasks as they lose practice on those tasks. Your pit crew performance will be reduced at the start of the year due to new regulations. The team getting rusty between... Okay, blah, blah, blah. So I can choose. So right now, our training focus is wing adjustment. Improves the ability to replace the front wing during a pit stop. Which isn't... do we need that much? Wing mistakes have a likelihood of occurring. We've only really had that issue happen twice. Or once recently with Russell. Training in this area has no impact on pit stops that don't include front wing. So yeah, we're training on something that we really aren't, we don't care about. Car release reduces the chance of releasing a car too early or incorrectly during a pit. Car release mistakes have a likelihood of occurring and cause moderate delay in pit stops. Strong training in car release techniques will lead to a small reduction in pit stop times. That's better than wing adjustment in my opinion. What about tires? Improves the speed of reducing tires. Improves the speed of replacing tires during a pit stop and reduces the likelihood of tire fitting mistakes. Tire change mistakes have low likelihood of occurring but cost a long delay during pit stops. Strong training in tire techniques will lead to a moderate reduction in all pit stop times and a reduction in time taken to just cause tow out, tire camber, and anti-roll dispute setup during practice, which is huge. So front and rear jacks. Moderate likelihood of occurring, strong change, jack, okay. And then balance will just be a balance of them all. I think we're going to go on tire changes. It's going to be R1. Right? Monthly salary. The total monthly salary your pit crew, as your pit crew directly influence race performance, this cost is all deducted from the cost cap. Yeah. So, okay. So, I've done that. Pit crew ratings. Can I change Engineering team. I can't really change this at the moment. So I think that's what you were talking about. You were saying I always go through this staff, but I never go through the pit crew. I don't think I can go like individually like this and click on this, right? But when I click pit crew, I can change the focus of the pit crew. So we are going to do that for the tire changes right now. But overall, I think we're good here. I think that's what you were talking about when you were asking me about that. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip forward here a little bit. So there we go. Rear wing is done. Manufacturing is complete. That was just because we lost a wing. We had to replace it with another one. And then if we look at this, we need to fast forward again to here before I start designing anything. But let's see. Board confidence check-in. We got 1 month until our review, so... okay... I never look at finances. I probably should. It's probably going to kick me in the ass at some point, but... monthly car development report. So, car 1 performance. Why don't they show both cars? Why are you only showing the first car? They're the same car, so I guess it doesn't matter. Top speed, we're 3rd. Acceleration, 9th. We need to work on acceleration, I know this. Low speed, 1st, 5th, and 6th. We need to work on that too, in all honesty. Dirty air, 1st, 5th, 3rd. And then we're pretty bad in cooling too. We're going to work on that, I promise. We actually are already working on that. We've updated some of our facilities, which will increase brake cooling and engine cooling when we go into development. So this front wing's finished. So this is the manufacturing. Yeah, I just broke one, that's all. Our engineers have finished work on the new rear wing. So yeah, I got a new one, but I didn't put any hours into it because I didn't have any. So I just want to test and see what it was like. So we'll look at that. Let's actually have a little look at this real quick. So actually, let's go to warehouse, rear wing. So we didn't put any engineers or anything into it. And if we look at the rank on the grid, I mean, it hurts our low speed, but it does increase high speed. It increases acceleration quite a lot in DRS, and it increases medium speed in dirty air. So, do we want the 1st in low speed cornering, or do we want 3rd in high speed? You know what I mean? But either way, let's go ahead and manufacture a couple of these. Do I want to spend $1 million to rush it? Normal's going to take 6 days. And how many days do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to have to rush at least one of them. But, let's see the circuit real quick. Because do I need low speed? Or do I need... So fast... slow section. So we'll go from 1st to 3rd, was it? In that, but we'll go up in fast sections. No acceleration in DRS. So let's just go ahead and do that. Again, it's not a great wing, but we'll get 2 of them. Rushed, we'll get them here in time, right? I forgot already. 4 days, is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be here for this day, but we're not going to be able to change our car then. So let me show the rank on the grid again, because it is scaring me. Acceleration's going to go to 1st. Medium speed's going to go to 4th. It's the low speed that this is going to hurt us. But it says with the arrows here, this is for the British Grand Prix. We need this, which this will increase. And we need this, which isn't going to happen. Nothing. So, this would be good. 1st to 3rd, though. We are going to try and get some... If we go to race, review targets. We'll do that in a minute. Alright, or shall I just do it now? Qualifying position, Q2, Q3. Fastest lap, finish position with 1 driver in 8th. We'll do that. This one, we lost something. Qualifying position sheet. Qualified 10th or higher for 4 races in a row. Alright, we'll do that. I thought we had that on already. Oh, we didn't qualify. That's right. We had this and we lost it. That's why we lost so much money. Because of that. Okay. So we're on a new one now. Alright. And then let's see. Are we in the position now? Right? So we can start designing. Rear wing, that's fine. Okay, let's start designing something new. So, we do need... Well, let's see. Show rank on grid. So, we're first in low speed, which doesn't make sense because I thought we just put on that new rear wing. Did we not? And it dropped, I thought. I thought it dropped our low speed. Maybe it's just the drag reduction. I'm not sure. But what do we need to work on? We really need to work on acceleration. We know this from the races where I think it was Azerbaijan when we went into the corners without DRS and stuff. And we were right behind them. As soon as we turned the corner, boom! I'm talking Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari. They were all so much faster than us in acceleration. Being 9th is not good considering we keep winning every race. Low speed, we're good. Medium and high speed, we need to work on. DRS, we're okay. You're not great. And cooling is we definitely need to work on. But we need acceleration. So, let's see. What's going to work on engine cooling? This is good. And top speed and acceleration. Or we can choose the wings and work on brake cooling and all of those. What do we have currently? I'm not sure. If I go to warehouse, front wing, we only have one. We don't have a new version yet. Chassis, we don't have a new version. Rear wing, we do, but it's not great. I should install that on both cars, though. That's why it wasn't showing up. Side pods, we have a second version. Underfloor, we have a second version. And suspension, we have a second version. But the underfloor and stuff makes a huge difference. So I don't care if we have, you know, 3, 4, 5 versions, you know. And these are okay, right? We're good. So let's see. Let me just make sure. Okay, so car parts development, new project, design. So underfloor does all the cornering and it does acceleration. That's why it's an important one. Suspension we have a new version of, and that's top speed acceleration and brake cooling. Side pods, same thing. Rear wing we have a new one, but it's not great. Front wing is going to be if we want to increase our cornering and brake cooling, but we're not too bad in that. I really want to focus on acceleration and engine cooling, which is this, so the chassis. Let's say I put, because I usually put like all of our hours in. It's acceleration though, it's not going up. Isn't that the whole purpose of doing the chassis was for acceleration? And all it's doing is the low speed and stuff. We're gonna have to choose where we want this. But let's say I go show rank on grid. Make us help acceleration a tiny amount. What about wind tunnel hours? See, it's not helping that much. So after looking around here a little bit, I feel like another underfloor would be the best. Because look at the ranking here, the car performance, right? If we go all the way and all the way in this, right? And then we go design focus, and we go on high speed. 9th to 5th, which is great. Low speed, first. Dirty air cornering, first. DRS is first and first, third and third. This isn't... I'm a little confused with this whole thing, to be honest. I mean, that's huge, though. The difference in that's huge. Engineers. So we can only do 6. It'll take rushed, intense. Rushed would do it sooner, but intense is what helps out a lot. We're going to do that. So I can't design anything else because... like, we don't have any more hours. I used them all on one part, which I still don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you play this game, let me know what your approach is. But research. So we have one in progress here for the underfloor. So I feel like, you know, suspension. I don't have any hours to put into it, though. That's the problem, because I just used them all. Maybe I shouldn't have used them all. Oh, I keep messing up. I mean, I can do this research anyway without any hours. It'll help out. It'll be better than nothing, right? You can see it's going to increase things. Not dramatically, but it's still going to increase things a little bit. Is it worth it, though, for that little amount? It's literally 0.1 second faster. It's 0.1 second we're gaining on these things, which is a lot. If we go on race, I don't know. Is it worth doing? I mean, engineers, we have 4 of them. Should we just research? I guess. I don't know. Let me know in the comments because this really confuses me. But anyway. Okay, so we have a new car part that should be ready in... What did it say? How many days? So this is facility upgrade complete. Okay, so the design underfloor is going to be complete here. Which is after... We're going to have a break, which is good. We're not going to have any races for like 3 weeks. We'll have 1 race here, in Belgium, and then we'll have the new car parts ready for the Dutch Grand Prix. So basically, until we get the new parts, we have 1 race, 2 race, 3, 4, 5 races without our new parts. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how this race is going to go. I think we're ready, though. I think we're ready to go. Alright, I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything here. Chassis, front wing, rear wing, we have the new one. Side parts, we have the new one. Underfloor, we have a new one. And we're going to get an even newer one. Suspension, new one. Okay. I haven't updated these, but I don't know. Eventually. Maybe next we'll do that. Maybe next time we'll do that. Okay, so I think we're ready. The race targets are all set. Yep. Drivers are all good. Okay. So I think we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Practice sessions. Go to our important emails first. Race prep. I think we've already done that. Make sure. Check the circuit info, performance targets, car builds. Okay, so let's go to race prep and just look at the circuit info because we haven't done that yet. Circuit map. So there's 2 DRS. I love this map too. I love this circuit. Sections by speed. We got a lot of fast sections, a lot of straights, some slows. But once we get our new underfloor, we should be number 1 on all cornering. So the attributes that's going to be needed for this is crucial is high speed cornering, which we do have, and high speed, which I think we have. I get confused. Some things I look at says we're first, and some, and then third. Like it's confusing as hell. Okay, let's see. Average pit lane, so it's 21 seconds. Expected strategies, we're going to do a one-stop strategy, so we'll do the middle one there. Compound performance, I don't look at anymore because if you remember a few races ago, what this says compared to what actually happens was so off. Let's see this. Okay. Previous race, we didn't do great. Who's the fastest lap record is Verstappen at 127. Okay. Alright, to the race weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So as always, I'll skip the setup unless anyone wants me. If anyone wants this to be shown, leave it in the comment section down below. But for the most part, no one has said that they want to see this. So I'll skip through this. I'll probably skip through the qualifying too. But if you do want to see the qualifying, let me know in the comments down below. No one has said they want it or don't want it, so I'll just skip it out. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. Not the greatest qualifying results, but at least we qualified in 3rd and 9th. And as you can see, Verstappen has a grid penalty. So, big fans of that. So how did it go? The setup went good. It wasn't great. I think we got a 91 and a 90 as far as setup. The 91 going to Norris. Honestly, they were both... It's been pretty similar the past few setups. They both started at 30, 40, then like 60... then 80. I just couldn't get them into the 90s. The last one was 90, and I didn't have a chance to pull them back and send them back out. Because the way I've been doing it, if you saw a couple of videos ago, now I keep them all the way out for their 20 laps that I put them on instead of pulling them in straight away when they get to 5 out of 5, I let them stay out because it helps the track acclimatization go up so much faster. So the track acclimatization on both of them is 100% every time now. Also, they have new car parts on, right? The new wings. So that's, you know, I think that it got to like 97%. I think that got to, or maybe it hit 100 actually. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we are 3rd and 9th going into this. Verstappen obviously got the fastest lap, but he's got a grid penalty. So screw him. Screw him. Let's go to race weekend. This is my favorite part.
For the final touches here on the grid.
As you guys know, I love setting up, and we're at Silverstone, and it looks like there's a chance of light rain, which you guys know I'm a big fan of. So it looks like, let's look at the circuit again. It looks like it's going to be medium hard. Some people may do a 2-stop strategy, but it's going to be raining, so I'm guessing we're probably going to do a 2-stop strategy as well. But let's continue. All right, when's the rain? Eesh. Interesting. So let's look at the track. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So it's going to be medium. So basically compound tire, the intermediate tires for the majority. But it is going to get heavy. But it's only going to be heavy for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 laps. Right in here. So it's not going to be worth pitting to get tires for that. And it's going to be really light rain too, so I don't even know if we're going to need wet. We're definitely going to need it here, right? Intermediate, and then up until like the 17th lap, it's going to get wet. But I don't think it's worth pitting. So we don't pit. We just stay out on wets. So let's see, right? Let's see. Let's just go to A and we'll make up our own here. So we could technically do softs, right? As fast as possible. And then intermediates as fast as possible. And then maybe softs again at the end. So let's see. So it has to start the intermediates. Let's look at the strategy again. So we're going to put them on lap 5, basically. We can't do lap 5. So lap 6. It won't let us pit on lap 5. We could probably do it manually, but lap 6. We may do it manually if we can. I don't know. But so we'll go from here to this tire, and then that'll stay all the way until realistically like here, maybe even sooner. So let's see what that looks like. That's not gonna happen. So okay. Even if we go slow, that's not going to happen. This is going to be an interesting race. I mean, if we went medium, could we? No, we can't. What am I talking about? There's rain there. That's why we're not doing it. What if we went wet? Wet could do it. So wet could do the long haul. But the problem with wet is that it's going to be slower than the intermediate tire. How much slower? Because this can do 1 to 4 and this does 4 plus. It doesn't say it does 1 to 4 plus. It's 4 plus. That's what it's made for. So it's going to be a lot slower. But it doesn't need a 2-stop strategy. How much slower is it going to be? The tire's going to wear out faster on drier tracks, so it may wear out faster, which means we'd have to pit anyway. Let's look at the tires again. If we go to reports, it should say, where does it say? I always forget where it says how long the tires last. For wets, like the time difference. Is that in here? It's going to be a wet race though, which sucks because we're not going to get any DRS. Which could be a good thing. I forgot where it is. Compounds. Okay, here we go. So intermediate is 5.5 seconds So let's say this is 0 seconds, right? Then this is 0 seconds. 0.3 seconds a lap more. 5.5 seconds and 20 seconds. You see what I mean? So it's there's a big difference in lap time. So mandatory compounds. We have to use a medium or a hard. We don't have to use medium and hard. This is mandatory compounds. You must use at least one mandatory compound during a race. Which we will. This is going to be difficult, you know? So if we start out on soft, we switch to intermediate. Thing is, if we switch to intermediate, which is going to be here, we're going to have to switch to another intermediate tire. Or do we go soft or wet? I honestly don't know. I think the wet, it's not that much rain at all. It really isn't. It's not going to be that much rain at all. And these wets are for 4+. The only reason I'm thinking wet is because we only have to do a one-stop strategy, but if we're losing 10 seconds, yeah, we can't use wet. Okay. So then we're gonna have to use a medium at the end. Or do we use a medium at the beginning? No, we'll use a medium. Do we use a medium in the beginning? That's fine. Okay. And then the track is gonna start clearing up. And so I think like probably like lap 39, 40. So like right here. But does that mean we're gonna have to get another intermediate tire? So let's say this one was what, medium. This one we're gonna pull back. This one's gonna be 39. This one's gonna have to be like probably here, maybe later. But it's gonna have to be intermediate again. It's just an awkward rain. I'm curious if anyone's gonna go wet. It's gonna be very wet in the middle. I think this is it. I think this is the only way we can do it. Like the wet tire's really like pushing on me. But it's gonna be it's not gonna last. I think it'll last, but it'll wear down. So we don't need wet. Okay, so we'll try you on mediums at the beginning. We're gonna have to have another one, and then we'll have softs at the end on lap 39. Intermediate. This is gonna have to start. It's like here. This one's gonna have to start like here, maybe even sooner. We could probably do you sooner. Like this. Right? It's just the rainfall's not high. Let me just think a second. Yeah, you know, I don't think it's not worth going wet. It's gonna only be wet for like 5, not even. Is it, how many laps did I say? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps. So I don't think it's worth pitting. The time we'll lose in a pit versus the time we'll lose on the tires. I think we're good. I think this strategy is going to be a good strategy. Whoops. Let's move him a little bit closer to like here. No, because we want to switch right away, don't we? Okay. So I think this is what we'll do. I think these two strategies is what we'll do. We're going to have to pit to get more wets or more intermediates. We're not going to go wets. It'll be interesting to see what the other teams, how the other teams react. But this is what we're going for. And, yeah, let's make sure we do this so we don't have to pause it at the beginning of the race. Okay. Okay. So here we go. This is what we're doing. We're starting second, obviously, because, what's his calling? Verstappen had a grid penalty. So 7th and 8th. Let's start the race. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm excited. You guys know I love wet tracks. I love the management.
But the atmosphere, as ever, is electric.
Electric.
Anticipation is high, and the drivers are ready for this. The British Grand Prix. And it's
lights out real quick.
Away we go.
Okay, let me just see. Where is Verstappen? So he's 11th. Okay. All right, let's switch our point of view here to Norris. And let's go for it. Are we going into first place here? What a start! What a start!
You know, a nice job.
Really nice job. Okay, so we'll put you back to neutral. We don't need overtake on
And
here.
McLaren with a great overtake.
Alright, so let's see. Russell, we'll let him keep his ERS on, see if he can do some overtakes. We'll speed it up a little bit. Usually I let the first couple laps in regular mode, but since we've already done an overtake right off the bat, we'll just speed it up. Russell is dropping behind quite a bit, actually, of Leclerc, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure what is happening there. Why can't he catch up? He's on medium tyres. Let's see what everyone else went for. Okay, I'm the only one that went for soft. Oh no, he's catching up a little bit. Let's go back to Norris, see him just chilling out there in the front. Now, it doesn't matter how hard we push, we all know the rain's coming, right? So the rain will be here, and we updated our thing, so we should... Our accuracy should be pretty good, but realistically, lap 5 is when we're probably gonna want to pit. Right here. And then it'll start getting wet, but we'll already be on our tyres. So we'll see how it goes. Come on, Russell, I believe! There it is. There it is. I love this track. Lord, probably my favourite track. It's just big, it's wide. It's like the perfect amount of laps.
DRS enabled, DRS.
Perfect. It's the perfect amount of laps. Hamilton can't catch up to us, we're too far behind him.
Did somebody spin out there?
Perez has spun out. Where's Perez gone to?
Light rain on the radar.
Hold on, where did Perez go? Verstappen, he span out to last. He was behind me. I wish I would have watched that replay. Alright, we got DRS on. Can we take 2 places with DRS? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, I said! There we go. Alright, 4th position. Ooh, no. There's 2 DRS spots on this track. It is not actually on the grid, which is kind of unique. Oh, we lost both positions. It is what it is. Yeah, it's not going to be on the grid like a lot of tracks.
And Ferrari just gained a place.
It's going to be on... Well, we're coming up... Well, Norris is coming up to it, but he's so much further ahead. He doesn't have to worry about anything. But we are going to have Russell coming into it right around this corner, and DRS is here. That was unfortunate, though, that little kickback he just got. So, because of that, we're not going to be able to catch him. We do want to probably try and get a fastest lap soon. Norris has it already, so we'll chill on that for a little bit. Well, we'll watch. We'll watch and see when this rain's coming. Supposedly, like I say, it's going to be here on lap 6. It's been pushed back further. So we are going to wait. I thought it was 5. It's been pushed back to like 6. And the rain in the middle... It's changed. Let me just pause for a second. So this has changed. This was earlier. It's got pushed back. It looks like the wet has kind of dropped a little bit too, maybe, or maybe not. It dries up here. It looks like it's going to stop. But then it carries on again. And then the track is going to be right here. Is where we'll switch, which is the same. But now it's not going to start until lap 6. Alright, he is fully drained, so we'll put him into neutral. Ricardo can't use Verstappen, I'm sorry, can't use DRS. Because he is out of range of me. I mean, Russell, sorry, is doing a great job, even without DRS. Looking like he's going to overtake this Ferrari. These 3 guys ahead, man, they're not. Alonso in second. What is Hamilton doing? Alright, here we go. Fastest lap. Good job, Norris. We need that. Let's continue here. So we're supposed to be starting to pit on lap 6, but before that happens, we're going to pause and check the weather again. Because, I mean, Norris is so far ahead. I don't want to mess up his lead by pitting too early.
Currently very light rain in pit lane.
Okay, so let's look at this again.
Copy.
So yeah, we'll have Norris pit when we said he was going to pit. We either do it this lap going into 6. Yeah, we will. So he's going to pit as soon as he gets to there. It's very light and the track grip's normal. But let's see how fast it goes up. We may pit Russell too.
And confirming where box is lap.
Yeah, confirm. Happy to box at the end.
Still dry right now, but it's going to hit that 1. I'm just watching because I need to pull.
Let me pit lane.
Okay, understood.
Okay, he's in the pit.
And just remind you to use the pit limiter in the pit lane.
Okay, so he's in the pits. I think we're going to pit both, you know. Right? Let's just do it. Track grip is still normal, which is kind of frustrating. Come on, get out, get out, get out. Okay, now it's low. Perfect. Alright, let's follow Norris. So the top guys did not pit, which is good for us because they're going to be in rough weather now. Come on, overtake him! He's got bloody softs on. Well, no, but he's got...
Overtake available if needed.
Confirm.
Alright, let's speed this up. Let's see what the pits are. So Russell's dropped a lot. Russell's dropped, but we're going to make it up. We're going to make it up.
It's looking good.
Okay. This is where it's going to be interesting. Verstappen's pitted. Alonso's pitted. Alonso's still 7 seconds
keep
behind
looking
us.
after the tyre.
Copy.
Come on, take Ricardo. Take him. Look how much faster we are. These guys messed up. These guys messed up on their strategy. Alright, they're in the pits. Neutral.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
So Norris should now be first, which he is. Let's make sure we monitor these tyres for temperature. I think we're good where we are. Alright, now we need to have Russell take Alonso. Russell is 10 seconds. No, he's not. 4 seconds behind Hamilton. That's interesting. At least Russell got the fastest lap. Because we're not going to be able to do that again until the last 10 laps, actually. So we should be good there. But it is going to get heavy right here in the middle for... Not enough for us to switch tyres, though. Not enough. Alright, so now we just chill. We're 5 seconds almost. Let's keep an eye on that. So he's catching up to us. Russell, we'll push him a little bit because we do want Russell to catch up to Hamilton. Let's see what happens. So the strat on this race then is going to be basically come down to, are they going to pit for wet tyres when it starts getting heavy? And are they going to, like, when are they going to pit to switch tyres? We made the right decision on intermediates, though. Thank God I didn't go for wets. It's not wet enough. Our tyres would have worn down so fast. Yeah, they would have. They would have worn down quick. They would have been slower. And it wouldn't have really worked out. So is Russell catching up? 4-7. So 4-6. He is catching up. His tyres are getting hot though, which means he's going to go slower each lap. I don't know if that's even a good strategy we're doing. I don't know. I would like to catch up to Hamilton though. Just put him back onto standard. So obviously no DRS, which is unfortunate. At least the last 10 laps will have DRS. But it is unfortunate because that brings a lot of fun to the race, right? Just keep passing each other. But being stuck in a DRS train, excuse me, is not fun. I remember there was a race I did. I don't think it was this season, where me and Verstappen were literally just like this. Just constantly. It was a fun race though. You had to just time to make sure when the race comes to the finish line, do you want to let them overtake you so you get the second DRS or not? So, yeah, it was interesting. Let's take a look at these tyres. Alright, they're holding out. They're good. Russell is losing time on Hamilton. Let's make sure I don't have anything on him. Remember last time when we were in, was it Monaco? Where I had don't fight teammate and hold back cars behind. And I'm like, why are we getting so far behind Hamilton? I'd hold back cars. So I was holding back the entire grid. And we were like 39 seconds we were holding back. So, and that was at Monaco. So people can't overtake you anyway. So they were all screwed. If you were in first and second with that strategy, it would have been perfect to guarantee that win. But we weren't. So we had a very unfortunate race in Monaco. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to think about it. Don't want to do it again. It was awful. Yeah, this is going to be difficult to catch up to Hamilton. This is all going to depend on strategy. That's all it's going to do. How's the temps? Temps are perfect. Maybe we go to aggressive. I'm tempted to do our strategy where we deploy. Let's do that. So basically what we do is we deploy and then we recharge, deploy, recharge, deploy, recharge. It seems to be a pretty decent strategy to catch up. We'll see if it works. We're at 5.5 seconds now. So we'll see how it goes. Almost down to 5 seconds. Okay, now we harvest. It's the only thing that it seems to work. You do lose time and then
Focus on recharge.
You gain more than you lose though, from what I've found. So let's speed this up again. I may actually speed this up quite a bit just so we can get this recharge on. I'm just watching to make sure the times don't change here.
Someone spun out.
Russell is getting so much further behind though. Russell's dropped to 7 now. Let's just deploy. Yeah, that strat wasn't great. Let's go on attack. I don't want to get cocky and have him spin out, but that was pushing it. Everyone's pretty much in the same ballpark, all on the exact same tires. Alright, we're catching up again. Maybe on this track, our strategy of accelerate, recharge, accelerate, recharge, or deploy, recharge, I should say, is not the is not the one. I think we're fully drained on ERS now. I mean, we're catching back up to Hamilton, but the time we lost. Let's go standard. Don't want those things overheating too much. Alright, yeah. ERS is drained. Yeah, okay, that strategy's not going to work here. We've actually lost time by doing that.
Use the pace now.
Coming.
Let's keep an eye on his tyres, though. No, he's fine. I think he's fine. Yeah, these aren't going to overheat too much. Yeah. Okay, so I think aggressive is the pace we want to maintain. Just keep Norris where he is. You know what? We'll put him on aggressive too. So, we're 5 seconds ahead of Alonso. 6 seconds. Oh, sorry. 8, almost 9 seconds ahead of Ocon. Hamilton, though, we need to catch Hamilton.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
If we can get up to Hamilton, we have the chance to get into second. Because Hamilton is right behind Alonso. Alonso is stopping. I'm pretty sure, didn't this happen on another race recently? But Alonso is holding back Hamilton. If Hamilton gets ahead of Alonso, then, you know, Hamilton's going to come for Norris. Let's check his tyres. We're okay. Not getting into the red. And then it cools all the way down to white, right? Yeah, we're fine. So attack pace is good. Russell, though, unfortunately, it's not working out for us. So let's go harvest and attack and see if this helps. So he's 4.5 seconds behind. Now he's 6.5. How'd you go 2 seconds? You see what I mean about this game? Like, that makes 0 sense. You can't lose 2 seconds literally in 2 seconds. That doesn't make sense. Unless I slammed on the brakes for a minute. That doesn't make any sense. So it's 6.6, 6.4. As long as we're gaining, we're not losing. I don't know how we lost 2 seconds, though. That makes no sense. 6.6. You're gonna go to 6, okay. 6.6. 6.7, 8. 6.9. 9. Yeah, we are losing quite a bit. I just need to recharge, though, man. 7 seconds. Alright, let's go into neutral. So we said we're gonna pit in 4 laps. We don't need to. We do not need to pit yet. So we're not gonna pit. We're gonna ignore that. Because we are going to have to pit. Let me just make sure nothing's happening here. Okay. We are going to have to pit. But the rate that this is, we could honestly pit here instead. Because the rain now, the heavy rain's gone. We've passed it. And it's gone anyway. There was no heavy rain. So we could probably pit on, like, what, lap 25? Oh, it's gone up. Like, lap 25, 26, 27. We're definitely going to have to pit, right? I don't think this is going to... I mean, this line isn't going to go that far, surely. Norris is so far ahead.
Someone's locked up.
Norris is so far ahead. Alonso is just being great for us right now. Yeah, we're not going to pit when we said we were going to pit. The only reason we said we were going to pit there is because the tyre wear was basically going into, you know, scary territory. But right now, this is going up. This tyre on this trajectory, right, is going to be like lap 30. And on this trajectory, I think both of them will be lap 30. So in like 8 more laps or so. We'll keep an eye on it. The fuel is scary. Remember, that's been an issue.
Look after the fuel.
Okay.
I didn't even say anything about the fuel, but they're saying look after the fuel, so we'll look after the fuel. So we're at 9.3 and 4.9. Let's see how much that slows us down by being light. See, I'm not sure how that works with the fuel, because I haven't done anything crazy. I didn't increase fuel.
It up.
Let's take a look at the replay. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Is he back out?
There's currently yellow flags.
Norris is so far ahead that he's still in first. Let's put him down to standard, though. He's still 2.5 seconds ahead. That could have been a disaster. I don't know how you can avoid that, in all honesty. Let's put you down to standard, too, because that's giving me anxiety now. We're still ahead, but that was scary. I mean, we were almost 10 seconds ahead, so at least, you know, we had that lead, so we're staying in first. I don't think there's anything wrong with the tyres, right? We're at 49%. What's the track looking like? Track grip is alright. It is going to be dropping down to almost nothing, but then it's going to be going up again. Maybe we do pit earlier rather than later. This tyre is not going to last. Everyone's going to have to pit. Maybe we do pit when we said we were going to pit. Right, if we just pit here. Where are we? If we just pit, get it over and done with. But we also don't want to pit when the track's dry like it is now, do we? How's everyone's tyres? Could they last? Is what I'm thinking. No, they're not gonna last. How long do we keep these tyres on?
Almost dry in pit lane now.
Dry in the pit lane.
Copy.
Let me just pause this for a second. Almost dry in the pit lane. See, it is dropping down a lot. If we pit now... If we pit now, everyone else is going to have to pit as well. Because I don't think they're going to be able to go. I mean, the rain stops here. This trajectory. You'd have to keep going. I mean, there's no way, right? There's no way. I think if we pit... We're gonna need to pit.
And
we
confirming
pit?
box this lap.
I think we pit
Yeah, confirm.
both
Happy to box at the end.
both drivers. We're gonna pit both.
Okay, we'll box this lap, box this lap.
Yes.
Oh
box.
man, this is giving me anxiety. Hamilton has taken Alonso, which means he's coming for us. But we're pitting. We're both pitting. Hopefully Norris gets out by the time he pulls in here. Perfect. It's okay, we've dropped. But we are now 6 and 7. Or 7 and 8, sorry. We have brand new tires. These guys are going to have to pit. They're going to have to. There's no way that they survive another 15 laps. Like, if we can make up time, like race now to catch up to them, right? If we can catch up, then when they pit...
We have reports of slightly more rain.
Yeah,
around
we
the
know
circuit.
that.
Only light rain.
Copy.
Let's see what we can do here. So we can probably go aggressive. Come on! I think I'm hoping we've done the right strategy here. This is why I like wet, because it puts so much of the race in your own hands, right? Like the tire strategies, when to pit, when not to pit. I mean, this rain, we're going to have it for another 10 laps. Would their tires last them 10 laps? I don't think so. But we'll find out. What's the... from the leader. So we should be first and like... I don't know. I'm hoping we've made the right decision. I would love to see... Where's the other guys? Tire history. I mean, we pitted before. So he could technically go a little bit further, but he can go maybe like 35. But 35, it's still going to be raining. Surely they're not going to go 40. They might. What just happened? He literally just spun off in front of me.
They've lost control and spun!
Yeah, I saw that. I was there, right in front of my bloody eyeballs. Freaking Leclerc. And I couldn't pass him. He spun and I couldn't pass him. Oh, let's look at the tires. Surely you guys are going to pit. Please don't go to 4. They might. I may have made a wrong decision here. They may go till 40. And if that's the case, I've made an awful decision. I think their tires are going to last another 10 laps.
McLaren gain a position.
I think their tires will. I mean, we'll see. This is where it all comes down to. Are they going to hold out until the track's dry? It's going to get wetter, though, in like 2 laps. But can they hold out for another 9 laps? Or are they going to pit? I'm hoping they pit. I don't think they can last that long. Like, if we look at our tire strategy, there's no way that lasts till 40, right? I mean, Hamilton's on 31%. He's not going to 40. Surely Please tell me I've made the right decision. I don't see them going to lap 40. These are big laps, don't forget. This is a big, like, look at the track. It's a big track. It's not like the smaller ones. So it's not really 10 laps. It's more like, you know, 15 to 20 laps they're going to have to do. And they're on 30 now. They're going to be saying their tires are worn. 29, see? Nah, way, these guys. We are catching up. Come on, Norris. 23 seconds behind. Because of freaking Leclerc spinning out. That's so frustrating. Because they can pit now and still be ahead of us. Because Leclerc spun out. Ah, it's so annoying. I mean, we'll get up there, but... that's so frustrating. We need to make up some time so that if Hamilton pits, we come out first. And in order to do that, we need to be like 20 seconds behind. We need to make up like 2 seconds here somewhere. We need to make up 2 seconds. Alright, they're not pitting this lap. They're not pitting this lap. Come on, his tires. He has to spin out. They're in 20s. You can no way you're making it to 40. There's no way. How are you not catching up? 21. Come on. Their tires are awful, please. Their tires are awful. I'm sure they're being told to conserve tires so they can make it to lap 40, but it's not going to happen. Come on,
We've just had a
Norris.
spin.
Signs of spawn. It's fine. He's behind us. 21 seconds. We need to get this down to at least 20 seconds. These guys have to be slowing down. They have to be. They have to be slowing down. We're at 20 seconds now. You can't go 5 more laps on these tires. Surely you can't go 5 more laps on these tires. What is the... I mean, it's not even 5 laps. It's like 4 laps. They can totally do 4 more laps on those tires and then switch, right? All they need to do is make it like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they going to make 4, 5 laps, though? They're not going to make 5 laps. We need him to pit and then have to pit again. 22%. I think I made the right decision. I don't think I could have... I mean, these guys are doing it, though. The rain is now slowly going down. 197, 196, 195. These guys are pitting. The guys ahead are not pitting. Come on, pit for frickin' God's sakes. You're going to go into the teens any second now. Pit! I mean, this AI is insane. You can tell that the AI is like... Because they would have pitted. Any other circumstance, they would have pitted. But because they know the track's drying up. Okay, Verstappen's pitted. Thank God.
No more rain in pit lane. No more rain in pit lane.
But it is still going to rain, right?
Come on.
Hold on. Pause. Shit! So we need to pit. Let's see what Verstappen comes out on right now. Where's Verstappen? He's going on intermediate, so he's going to have to pit twice. Leclerc's in pit. Track is still... What's Leclerc going in on? Intermediate, so he's going to have to pit twice. Hamilton, you better bloody pit. He's on 18% tyres. He has to pit this lap. He has to. And he's going to have to go on intermediates. You have to pit this lap, Hamilton. You're at 17%. There's no way you're going for another 2 laps. Surely. He's pitting. Okay. Okay, let's see what these guys go for. Please tell me it's intermediates. Yes! And Alonso? Yeah! Yes! Intermediates. Okay. Now then. The rain is stopping. We need to pit on like lap 40. So 2 laps. Norris is ahead. Ocon needs to pit too. I'm sad that Russell wasn't able to gain any there. So we're gonna have to pit on like lap 40. No!
Okay, understood.
He spun out twice on this freaking track. Just speed up, I don't want to see you! Norris, get out! Oh, for fuck's sake. We've just missed the pit window.
That's a spin!
Dude, I'm so pissed. Like, how is this happening?
Just be careful with this tyre.
Oh, go aggressive.
Confirm.
Like, I don't understand.
Maximum pace.
Yeah, confirm.
They're so much further ahead now. The whole point was we were going to get ahead.
Yeah, I cannot do anything.
Dude.
Track's drying up.
Copy.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Alright, we're going to pit. We're going to go on to
Copy.
mediums, right? This is so frustrating. Probably going softs for him. This is so frustrating. We've got a whole lap to go. Everyone's coming into the pits. Wait, why did Norris... I said pit. What is happening? Oh, for God's sake, just speed up. Get around this bloody bend. Now all of them are in the pits. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. It's all because I don't know why Norris spun twice. And I forgot that I had them on conserved fuel too. Oh, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. We've completely messed up this. 12 laps to go. And we've completely butchered. Because he spun off. It's okay. You know what? We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Alright, those guys are in the pits. They were so far ahead, though, I'm pretty sure that they're going to stay ahead of us. Come on, Russell, Norris. Okay, perfect. Russell, go ahead and use deploy. Verstappen. Don't know how he did it, but Verstappen is now ahead of us from a... When did he start? Like 12th or something? We're going on deploy, boys and girls. We're going on deploy. We need to catch up. Russell, we're going to have DRS now too, don't forget, which is good and bad. It's bad because we're going to have to somehow catch up to Verstappen and then use DRS and then get up to Alonso and then use DRS. I just want to win. We have 10 laps.
That's a good lap. Good lap.
Russell is almost into striking distance to Verstappen. The only way we're doing that here is with DRS. Or with ERS. Our deploy has almost ran out. It is now officially ran out. We're second behind. We're on soft tires. I'm guessing he's on... Although he's on soft too. Okay. Their tires were a little bit better for wear than ours. Dude, you have to catch up to him. We need this DRS. Come on. And Norris is so far behind. This has been I was so excited for this race. I was so excited for this race. I was excited because it's, you know, I love this track. It's probably my favorite track. I was excited because it's rain. So we get to manage our tires, but we just unfortunately managed them pretty poorly. Now we're 2 seconds behind. How is he going that much faster than us? He doesn't have DRS either, keep in mind. This guy does not have DRS. Oh, we can't push, we don't have enough fuel. Come on. Is that him? That's not even him! Come on. We're losing more and more pace. We're losing so much pace to Verstappen. Look at him. What are you doing, Verstappen? How are you so quick? So quick. We're losing so much time now. 2.5 seconds. Like, we can't. What are we doing? There's no way we catch up to him. How the hell are we going to catch him without DRS? And we can't get into a second behind him. I mean, that car, that freaking... How is Alpine in second, by the way? Good for them. But how on earth is that Red Bull so much faster than us?
Seems to have been a lockup.
Like, so much faster than us. We're just losing time, lap after lap after lap. We need to be gaining time. We're going to have to go into harvest. That's not doing anything for us, is it? Oh.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
That was awful. There's nothing we can do. I may as well speed up. Alright, Norris. Can you do it? No. There's no catching up to that Red Bull. Looks like a 4th and 5th finish. Ocon's way too far behind. I mean, Norris probably would have won this race if it wasn't for him spinning out twice. I don't know how he managed to spin out twice, but he did. Let's just speed it up. There's nothing else. There's nothing we can do. Look, we're losing so much time. We just can't catch up. 4.5 seconds. Verstappen could come
2 laps to
second.
go.
Verstappen could come second. He could take Alonso. He should take Alonso. It's just... With the DRS, we had a possibility of coming first, right? Because, you know... But with this, there's no way we get 4 seconds in a couple laps. So we'll just speed it up. It's going to be a 4th and 5th finish for us. Yep, they finished. Alright. Just finish the bloody race. That was unfortunate. That was a disappointing... That was a disappointing race for us. For sure. I think the strategy just didn't work. I was so happy. I was so happy that those guys I was so happy that these guys went onto intermediates, because I'm like, that's perfect. We'll just switch now onto our softs and things. And we would have been fine. Lando was up there in what, like second, almost first, and then he spun out. He spun out. That's so. If it was twice, he spun out. At least we got fastest lap, so we didn't disappoint our guys too much. But that's going to be a big loss money-wise, I think. I don't even remember if I guaranteed on this one, actually, so maybe not. We're still first and second, and we're still first in constructors. That's all that matters. We still got 23 points. We still got more points than they did, and we're still ahead of them, so... man. What an intense... Well, it wasn't really that intense, but... You know... It was an unfortunate one. So, they got bonuses. How did they get bonuses? Oh, 4th and 5th? Yeah, I guess. That was a rough one. That really was a rough race. That was a tough one. Requires response. Alright, let's just see this. Helipad, poor condition. We're gonna have to... We can either refurbish. Yeah, let's refurbish it. Rear wing manufactured. This isn't... This is we have 4. I'm pretty sure that's just what we have. Okay, so this is what we gotta vote on. As you know, we may change the regulations that define Formula 1's rules between the seasons to make sport fair for competitors, blah, blah, blah. With these goals in mind, we're proposing a new sporting regulations for next season. We believe that a higher limit to engine parts, okay. So regulation changes. So basically you get one more of everything. I'll vote for it, because I'm always going through my engines. So in a week from now, we'll see what the answer is. We exceeded expectations. Car 1, engine coolant, and Lando defending. Yeah, we know that. Do we have any points for you, though? Nope. Alright, so that was rough. We're going to be going into the Austrian Grand Prix here soon. What's this? Scouting. Regulation. So we'll know after next race the results of what that's going to be. That's a pretty good one, though. But the next race is going to be the Austrian Grand Prix. Let's have a look at what that circuit looks like. Austrian. 3 DRS zones, 3 look at this track, man. It's just straight line. It's basically DRS, DRS, DRS corner, DRS, DRS. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be an interesting one. High speed is what we need, which I don't think we have. So it's a one-stop strategy unless it rains. It's going to be cold there too, because those tires... Those are lasting quite a long time. How many laps is it? 71? Okay. Okay. Disappointing result. For sure. It was a disappointing result. But there wasn't much we could do. We're still first in constructors. Even though we came, the position we came, we still got more points than Red Bull did for the team. Even though their driver beat us, we still got more points because both of our drivers finished. And, you know, the other guy, what's his name, Perez, he didn't finish. So we still got more points than Red Bull. So as far as constructors, we are absolutely smashing it. And as far as drivers, we're smashing it too. So, unfortunately, you know, it wasn't an awful result. What did we come? Like 3rd and 4th? No, not 3rd and 4th. 4th and 5th? So it's still not bad, but it was the spinning out. Like, I don't know why Lando spun out twice. Like, you can understand in the wet rain, you know, maybe there's some RNG in there, you spin out, okay. But spinning out twice in one race? Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you did, please consider hitting the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications so you know when I upload more videos. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Hopefully it's better. Austria, come on. We got this. See you tomorrow.